Yep, we're recording. So hi everyone and welcome to tonight's presentation. My name is Steve Ottewell and we are live with some of my great friends from around the globe. I would like to share with you the opportunity that has changed my world. I also want to take you through some product lines and some things that have changed the lives of literally thousands of people and experiences now over 171,000 customers from our team alone who have experienced benefits with these products, and I would love for you to be part of that. I want to thank you for giving up some of your time tonight, guys, as I know time is the one thing that we cannot never get back. So I do not want to waste your time. So I'm going to jump right in now and get started. So as I said, thank you for giving up some of your time tonight. And we're going to get started with the call right now. So welcome to the Empire. That is our team, and I am just back from an event in Dallas, Texas, where I got all the up-to-date information and was able to share some value from the stage with 800 of our team in Dallas, Texas. I spoke to quite a lot of people who have got benefits from the products. I spoke to quite a lot of people from a whole different spectrum, so not just from a fat loss, from people who had used a product to help with mental issues, like they'd had issues in the past, some with drug abuse, some with alcohol abuse, but they turned to or been shown the product, and they all received good benefits from the products. So the next slide is just that we're going to talk about money on the call tonight as well, and so I want to be open and transparent, as I always am, with you on this. Basically, with anything to do with network marketing, work works, and that's what I love about the business model myself. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, it doesn't matter what the color of your hair is, what your background is, your education, what gender you are, you can still succeed. And all I care about is the vision in the future of where you guys want to go with this yourselves, whether it's, as I said, whether it's as a customer, whether it's as a business, looking at the business side of things as well. You can earn millions of dollars in this industry, but again, that is up to you. And it's powerful for me to think and know that a lot of people are stuck in jobs that they hate and in the situations that they hate, and want to get away from that. And this could be something that could help them out and help them do that. So as I said, I do really like this business model. It's something that didn't judge me with having no formal education. I left school with zero qualifications, so I wasn't going to get judged fairly in any job I walked into. So again, all this basically, this fancy slide here says is I can't promise that you're going to work. However, if you do work, it's going to be worth it. So as I say, that's basically what this slide is saying itself. Keep pressing the wrong button there. So the next slide is, over the next few minutes, we're going to go through leadership, community. You're going to see and hear about the timing and our organization. You will hear about our products and the timing of the products specifically, and you're going to get to hear about those products, and I will explain them just in case some people are interested in the keto lifestyle, because we have an amazing ketogenic line. We don't just have the samples that we see here, the keto nat samples. We don't just have them, we've got a whole product line. So we will go through that. We are going to talk, as I said, a little bit about money. There is an opportunity, and as I know some of you are interested in money too. Then we will move on to our system that duplicates, as maybe you've watched myself or many of our top leaders sharing information, and a lot of people have thought, well, I can never do that, and that it's not possible. But this is where the power of a system comes into place, because people themselves cannot be duplicated, but systems duplicate very well. A good example of that is McDonald's. Is no matter where you go in the world, the McDonald's restaurants are always laid out the same. They have a system. The system works, and this is something that our team is really renowned for. So this is my running partner. This is Miss, should I say, not Mrs. I've married her off before she's ready. So this is Miss Jessie Lee Ward, who is a verified 7-figure earner, and the trophy you see on the left of the screen was awarded to her by Mr. GoPro himself, Eric Worre. To get the trophy and to actually be verified as $1 million earner, you have to submit tax returns and back office screenshots to prove everything. So as I say, I'm not naive to think that there are not people sat at home next to somebody who's watching this call saying that these things don't work, that these things are scams. And Jessie Lee's story is that she actually started. She needed $300 just to keep a roof over her head. So for her, it wasn't about Rolexes, it wasn't about private jets or anything flash, or making $1 million, which she's achieved, and flying around the world, which she does now. It wasn't about any of that, really. It was, for her, literally, it was because she couldn't afford her rent and she needed to pay the rent money. So if you're looking for a way out, please don't look at Jessie Lee's success or the success I've had in network marketing, and think that we're trying to impress you, as that's not my aim. To impress you. My aim is to impress upon you that you could be doing something what you want to do, or you could be achieving something that you've always wanted to do if you listen in to the call in the next couple of minutes. So this picture was taken Saturday just gone, the 19th of October 2019, and this is our team after just 25 months in business. And this is at a team event, not a company event. Some company events are not this big, but we had to fly a drone above us to get this picture, as we couldn't get everybody in otherwise. The front row that you see are car owners, and this is our community. So this is what we call our tribe, and maybe some of you are sick and tired of being sick and tired and want to get your identity back or take control of your life and live your life on your terms. What I've experienced in this profession is that this profession turns strangers into friends, friends and friends into family. Whether people are customers or business builders, I've experienced that we turn complete strangers, and people I've met who have been complete strangers have then turned into as good as close family to me. And that's what another thing I love about the profession itself. So the next slide we move on to is timing, and this is where it gets exciting for me, because we've not actually even launched in the UK or Europe yet. So the timing couldn't be any better. As myself, I've been in the sports nutrition and fitness industry for over 27 years, including 15 years as a top national level bodybuilder, personal trainer, and I've came across the keto industry a few years back. However, the ketogenic and ketone conversation back then was pretty quiet, and that was until recently, till somebody actually introduced me to this company, and a friend shared some ketones with me. And I've got to be honest with you guys, is when I was shown these ketones, I laughed at what I was told, as my fiance Kelly, as some of you may know, had already basically accomplished ketosis, and it took her 5 weeks to get into ketosis with a very strict diet that really only about 3% of people could stick to. And when I was told this can be accomplished within 1 hour of taking these products, as I said, I laughed, because sat in front of me when I was shared this information was a keto blood monitor and a keto breath monitor. So both the devices you measure ketosis in was sat right in front of me, because obviously we'd done the test with Kelly when she'd done the keto diet. So as I said, I laughed and I said to my good friend Torsten, who introduced me to these products, "Oops!" And he went, "What's oops?" And I said, uh, "It just so happens that I have two testing devices sat in front of me that will test your products." And his face was didn't change. He just said, "Well, go ahead, let's do it." So I set about testing his products. And true to what he'd said, both the readings on the blood monitor and the reading on the breath monitor both showed that myself and Kelly, were then in ketosis within an hour of taking these products. So for me, I was blown away. I'm always open-minded and open to listen to new information, but I'm also very skeptical. You've got to show me that something works, and I couldn't argue with the fact that we were reading, and the readings we were seeing were showing we were in ketosis. So as I said, I was blown away, and I knew that I had something very special in my hands in front of me. Now the company has been in business for 3 years, and it is verified that the company has done $325 million in sales in their third year of business, which puts the company well on the way to being $1 billion company in the near future. So I can tell you we are just getting started, and I would hate for people to miss the timing for something like this. As I said a few years ago, no one had heard of ketones or ketosis, and it scared a lot of people. It scared a lot of people at the time, as no one had heard of them. And if you look now from then to moving forward, now it's featured all over the place, and it's now been reported to be the next big mega trend to cross the ocean from the USA into the UK and Europe. In the USA now, there's a lot of keto restaurants. There's a lot of restaurants do keto food. So it seems to be very big in the US. And the US are always switched on and get there before us. But it seems now that this is making its way across the ocean to the UK and Europe, and it's being featured as the next big mega trend to cross the ocean from the USA to the UK and Europe. So this makes the timing for us. This is very intelligent. Currently, this company, as I said, in the UK is in what we call pre-launch in the UK and Europe. So we're really sat ahead of the curve. We're in the basement looking up at a ground floor opportunity and company. So, as I said, a great position to be in timing wise. So next we'll move on to the products. So let's talk about the products, and I want to show you the power of these products. The top line is all one product. So if you look at the NAT all the way across the top line, they're all the same product. They're just different flavors, and we've got 25 different flavors. So something for everyone. So if you're looking for better fat loss, better muscle preservation, better sleep, better skin, better mood, better focus, or better energy, these are the products for you. I want to share with you a few stories of people who have experienced benefits from the products, and I've got a couple of stories that a couple of guys in our team have given me permission to share with you. The first one is one of my friends, Amon. He's now in his first 20 days, he lost 22 pounds in weight. And he's now gone on, he messaged me yesterday, he's now lost a further 3 pounds. And he's got back into a suit that he wore. He bought a suit for his anniversary, his wedding anniversary, and couldn't get into it. And now he's had that suit hanging up for a year, and he's managed to get back into it. So he's over the moon. And he's in his text message to me, he said, "All I can say is this stuff is amazing. Great experience, great results, Steve. Thank you for sharing it with me." And the second person is also one of our team, Terry. And so far in 12 weeks, Terry's lost 10 kilos in weight. On Facebook, he's got some of his pictures before and afters, and you can see a dramatic change in the way he looks. He does look a lot healthier. He's got a lot more energy, and he just feels better for using the products. And myself, I've not been necessarily using them for weight loss or for fat loss, but I have at the moment. I've lost 12 pounds, but I've actually started now building muscle tissue back up. So the loss in weight, if you like, but I don't normally worry too much about the scales, is about 8 pounds, but I've actually lost 6 inches off my waist. So for me, the measurements are more important to me than the scales. So that's 3 of the people who've got experiences with the products, and that's with most people. That's just with the products you see at the top, the NAT. Further down on the left, we've got keto cream or creme, and that's what we basically call our better brew. If you want to put it, you can put it in coffee, you can put it in tea, or some people are putting it in their ketones. And what the keto creme has in it, it's got 4 strains of collagen in it, so it's good for hair, nails, tendons, joints, and gets all the good stuff in you. And it's also got 4 strains of MCT oil in it. So as always, I'm not here to make any medical claims. However, what I would say is, if you go to Google and Google the words MCT and whatever, it will freak you out. So what I would say is start caring about your future, your legacy, and your loved ones, and try that product. And the next product we go on to is the bone broth. Again, that's got collagen in it. It's got electrolytes in it. It's got proteins as well. It's great as a meal replacement or a snack during the day. As we move along, we've got the MCT oil 4.3, and that is basically like a massage for your brain. It's got in the MCT, it's got caloric acid and coconut oil, and it's a perfect blend. It's incredibly, it's basically, for me, when I use it, it makes your brain light up, and gives you a lot more focus. So again, another product that I use that I really get on with. Along further, we've got Midoplex to the right of that, and that's our patented electrolyte. It has mitochondria supporting it, and people, I don't know whether, like some of you know, some of you do from previous science, that the mitochondria is basically the powerhouse of the cell, and it also contains creatine in it as well. So you're going to get a boost of energy when you take that product, as you're going to be basically become cellularly hydrated. The next one along is Signal OS, which is a DNA repair, and that basically extends telomeres in the body, which is the telomeres are the thing that control and keep in place your DNA and stop your DNA from getting broken down too much. And as I said, all these products are patented and scientifically proven, and you can find them. You can't find them anywhere else, and you must go through a Pruvit rep to actually get hold of these products. With myself, I'm on a mission to live the best life I can. So I basically take all these products. I take the protein, I take the ketones, the creme, the broth, the Midoplex, the Signal OS, MCT oil, and then we've got the Reboot in the corner. With the drinks at the side, they actually put you into ketosis straight away as you take them. But what we're using them for ourselves is basically to stop people using energy drinks with all the rubbish that they've got in them. We're replacing people's energy drinks, having it for athletes, are having it as like a workout, pre-workout drink. They've got no artificial flavorings or colorings in them, so that a lot of people are getting great benefits from swapping their drinks over to this one. And obviously you've got the benefits of the being in ketosis straight away with using them. The difference between those and the nat is with the nat you're getting all the vitamins and minerals as well. With the keto up, you're just getting the ketones, you're not getting the benefits of the others that are in the nat. And as I said, moving on from that, we've got the protein tubs, as I just mentioned, which I use to build my muscle with. And OS just stands for operating system. The protein has MCT oil in it. It's got a full dose of ketones in it. It's got protein powder in it and DNA repair. So a lot of the proteins on the market today have not got those sort of things in them. They've either got whey protein in or micellar casein in, or a mixture of both, but they haven't got all the other added advantages that this product's got as well. So a great protein to use. And then, as I said, on the bottom right hand side, we've got a reboot system, which is basically a 3-day challenge, a cellular cleanse and reset of our metabolism. And what I was going to do is pass over to Marcus, if I may, just to share. Marcus has done the reboot as I have myself. So Marcus was just going to share with us his experience with the reboot system. Can you hear me, Marcus?
Yeah, is that okay, Steve?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I did it in March, mainly because we had a fire in the home, so we were in an alternative accommodation in Bristol and not sleeping too well. Actually bought a reboot just before the fire, so I thought I'd try it in the other accommodation. Was a bit skeptical of it because I heard Jesse talk about it, and you were saying, you know, you don't feel hungry, you don't have any cravings. And I thought that's a load of shit. Sorry, that's a load of crap. Excuse me. You're bound to, if you're like me, I like food, I like alcohol and everything. And why I emphasize or stress on Bristol, because you're surrounded by bars, you're surrounded by restaurants. So I thought this was going to be really difficult. Started doing it, and yeah, really amazed. My sleep, even though we were just over 60 hours, was incredible. Much better sleep. Clarity of thinking was great. But to me, the most important thing is all my cravings for the bad stuff, the bad food, you know, the sugary stuff, alcohol especially, just weren't there. It just didn't interest me. I was walking past all these bars. And if you look back on my Facebook Lives, it was I think it started March the 19th to the 21st. Yeah, it just wasn't there. I couldn't believe it. And as an added benefit, I actually lost 5 pounds in 60 hours. So yeah, really incredible 60-hour experience for me.
Okay, thanks for that, Marcus. Appreciate you taking the time to share your experience with us. So as you see, we've got some amazing products, and you've heard from Marcus, and on future lives and future Zooms and presentations, we're going to talk to more people and share more of their stories and their experiences with the product. But what I want to share with you, one thing that's important and people seem to get confused on, is you don't have to be on a keto diet to experience better fat loss, better muscle preservation, better sleep, better skin, better mood, better focus, or better energy. Some people do use a ketogenic diet, and it does help. A lot of people, as I said, with the ketogenic diet, maybe about 3% will stick to one normally, but with this, it takes that percentage a lot higher because it supports them a lot more. But you don't have to be. I've got a lot of people, Amon's story that I shared, he's not used a ketogenic diet. So there's a lot of people who are getting these benefits without being on a ketogenic diet, just to point that out, because a lot of people seem to think you have to be on a ketogenic diet. The next slide. So as I said, I know some of you are looking for an opportunity, so I'm going to breeze through this quite quickly. I don't like to go too much into the compensation plan. I just like to keep it quite basic, because people can reach out to me. We can go into more depth if they're a figures sort of person, want to know more. I want to know more about the compensation side of things within the business. But the best thing to do is, one is, as you see at the top, when we get started, we sell the experience pack. So we sell these in 5s, 10s, or 15. Usually I sell them in 5s and 10s, and then people will take a 20-day, which is as 20 in a box, so they'll take a 20-day challenge with me. But really, for me, the main thing about doing the trial samples is for people to try all the different flavors and find something that they like, because the amount of people I've shared the products with now, there's no one flavor that sticks out. Some people like one flavor that other people are saying they can't stand that flavor. So it's a good way of trialing them and seeing what flavor you like. And what I've seen is, even with the 5, 10, or 15-day trials, when I've let people experience them, they have got better fat loss, better muscle preservation, better sleep, better skin, better mood, better focus, or better energy in those first 5 to 15 days. So again, it's good that people can try the different flavors. It's good that people can experience the benefits, and the benefits that most people are seeing seem to show themselves fairly quickly, which is again another powerful tool of this product. And then moving further down the compensation plan, we can then, what we do is take the Go Challenge. Basically what that means is you go pro, you go MVP, and you go All-Star. And basically what that means, and you can take a screenshot if you want of that picture there, if you like, and all it means is in your first 14 days you get a $250 bonus and £100 or $100, should I say, of free product if you hit the requirements that you need for the GoPro. Go MVP is basically double what GoPro is, and then Go All-Star. Go MVP is you've got 30 days to do that, and Go All-Star you've got 120 days to do that, and Going All-Star is creating 5 MVPs. So as I said, we can, if people want to look into that a bit more, I can share more of the in-depth side of that. But basically what it's showing you is, if you do those, the Go Pro, the Go All-Star, and the Go MVP, the Go All-Star, basically that is equivalent to about $2,310 profit. And when you hit the Go All-Star, you get an additional $1,000 bonus, which takes your earnings, as it shows at the top, it takes the earnings to over $3,000, which can be achieved in your first 90 days within the business. So as I said earlier, and something that's very powerful with our team is you need systems. So you need a system, and you cannot. What I've experienced is you cannot succeed, and I see this a lot in network marketing. You cannot succeed without a plan and a system. And I get asked on a lot of occasions from network marketers all over, how do you have a team event of the size that we've showed them of the one we've just had in Dallas, and how are we getting results with your customers? Why have you built a customer base of over 171,000 customers who are happy customers? And the answer to all of that is in our system. The reason why so many people fail, my experience has been that so many people fail in this profession, is their companies don't deliver on their promises of having a system in place. There's a lot of people find themselves getting lost and don't really know where to go or what to do. And I remember what I said earlier on is that people do not duplicate. If you've seen Jessie Lee on some of the videos, she's like a tornado. If you see Torsten, he runs around like a headless chicken. Very similar sort of high energy people. I'm not like that. So as people, we're not the same, but with a system, with a duplication system, then it just makes sharing the product, whether it be to customers, whether it be to business partners, it just means sharing the system, having the system. It just makes sharing it easier, and you can invite the people, which we use. We've got a invite, add, tag, message, and follow-up system. So literally you could join tonight and make money tonight. You don't need to set up Facebook groups. You don't need to know what to say to a person, because we've got all that covered. We've got scripts. We've got 3 different groups. We can plug people into the groups. We can share with them information from our doctors. We can share with them frequently asked questions about keto and ketosis. So all of those things we've got within our groups. And as I said, we've got 3 groups that we can plug people into, and our system is why we succeed. We've now got over 4,000 promoters in our global team, which is in the USA, it's in Canada, Mexico, Asia, Australia, UK, and Europe. We've got, as I say, people from the team on tonight, from USA, from the UK, from France. And as I mentioned earlier, we're still here or in pre-launch, so it's exploding very, very quickly without actually even getting to the point where we launch in a really big way. So that's exciting to see that at an early stage. We've also, at the event we've just been to, we've got 71 car owners. And that basically means that they get $800 a month towards a car of their liking that they want to drive. Several of those car owners out of the 71 are also from UK and Europe, from the UK and Europe. And our team now in our customer group has over 171,000 unique customer accounts, which breaks that down on average to 59.2 customers per promoter. And to give you an idea of what that means in the network marketing profession, I did a recent study and broke down all the network marketing companies, and on the average in the whole of the network marketing companies, the average customer to distributor ratio is 3. That's number 3. So if you look at, we've got an average of 59.2 as opposed to 3, a massive difference. And all of this that you see, all of this has been achieved in just over now 25 months. And again, remember that we've yet to launch in the UK and Europe, so it's still very early days. Oops, wrong one again. So for getting started, so how do you get started? Our website fee is not a monthly fee, it's a one-off fee of a yearly fee of $37. And for that, you get 3 websites. One is a ClickFunnels website, which helps generate leads. It basically has got a form to fill out on the website when you share it with somebody, and that captures their information. That's the ClickFunnels website. Then you've got a back office on the left-hand side at the bottom, a web office, and basically this tracks all your information, tracks all the orders from your customers, and just allows you to see where you are with things and all the analytics behind it. And the last one is a web shop. So the web shop, people can go on there and explore all of the products that we've got on the shop, and where customers can purchase their product from with ease. So any customers that are in any open countries now can just go to your website and purchase the product directly. So next slide is our vision, and here's our vision as a team over the next 3 years. And if you look at what the company's done so far, as I said, in 3 years they've done 325 million in sales. In the last 120 days, we have done 1.4 million in sales in the UK and Europe. So just based on the figures we've got, our vision as a team over the next 3 years will be to sell over 300 million in sales as a team, not as the company, as a team. And 80% of that will come from our starter team, which is the team now. And what I mean by that is basically we're still babies, which means it's very real, and it's a very real opportunity and something you can be part of at this stage. We, as I said, we are babies. We are in the very early stage, and what we're looking at as well is we're looking at this being a conservative estimate. The compact plan will pay out 120 million in the next 3 years, and that will be paid out to this team when we hit those figures. Now, I don't know how much of that you guys want, whether you want to make enough to pay a mortgage payment, or like me, you want to build a wall of security around your family and your loved ones. But what I do know is there's a home for everybody within this, within our team. So the next slide is talking about positioning, and positioning is key. Positioning matters. A year from now, thousands of people will know about these ketones. If you look back at what I mentioned before, from my background, several years ago, people didn't know about ketones, ketosis, and the keto industry. Now it's coming across from the USA to the UK and Europe as the next big mega trend. So like I say, a year from now, thousands of people know about these ketones, and they could know about them from you. So as a customer, you could be sharing them and getting more free product, and selling that free product, and basically getting your own product for free. What I suggest is taking the leap of faith. As if nothing changes, nothing changes. Life happens, and residual income is real. It's sort of an example of that is while I was flying over to Dallas to our event last weekend, when I refreshed my server in my back office as I landed, I'd made income while I was 35,000 feet in the air, flying from the UK to the USA. So that residual income is real. You can make income even when you're 35,000 feet in the air and your phone and everything is switched off. I now know that people are really watching this for a reason, and this may be the right time for people. It may not be, but it might be the right time for people. So what I want to show you now is how do you get started with the products, with the company, and with ourselves. And the first option is option 1, and that's to start with a trial, and that's either 5, 10, or 15, as I said, or you can buy the box in any of the open countries and get that delivered straight to you, and take a 20-day challenge with those products. How do you get the samples? You reach out to the person who invited you to the presentation and ask them for either a 5-day, a 10-day, or a 15-day trial pack. You can pick your flavors from what they have available. Myself, I think I've got about 16 out of the 25 different flavors at the moment. And as I said, you can pick out of those flavors that the people have got. I encourage you to take before and after photos, taken from the front, from the side, from the back, and then the other side, as the camera never lies. The mirrors lie, scales can lie, but the camera never lies. And over time, you can see fantastic you can see fantastic results that you wouldn't necessarily see looking at yourself day after day. A lot of people tend to do that and don't see the results they could actually see if they did the before and after shots. Option two is become a premium customer on SmartShip. People ask why should they become a premium customer on SmartShip. And our customers are smart. They get 22% discount off all the products. They can cancel that SmartShip at any time. With the 22% off, they also are able to take part in any promotions that come up. We have blitz sales where the products are 20% off, 10% off, 25% off, sometimes buy two, get one free. But all them promotions are available to our customers. And the customers also get full access to all the product line that I showed you earlier on in the presentation. And then the third option, is to partner with us. Some of you guys have already partnered with myself and get your experience pack, which allows you to do what we do. You can get free ketones, which is the best way to get them by having partners and having customers join you. I started myself with a $1,300 package, which I saw as the best deal. But if that's not for you, then don't jump off the presentation yet, because there's something for everybody. As I said, I started with the experience pack, the 1300 experience pack, which gave me 200 samples. It gave me rank 5 for 1 year, which basically allowed me to get more commissions. It allowed me to maximize the compensation plan. We also, excuse me, have a drop of water. We also have the mini experience pack, which is $650. That gives you 100 samples. And as I said, remember my business partner, Jessie Lee, when she started, she was looking for $300 to pay her rent. So she didn't start with the experience pack. She just didn't have the money to start with that. She actually got a credit card, and the credit company would only let her have $500. So she actually started with 3 boxes of product, and it just shows you where she's gone from strength to strength with her 3 boxes of product. So as I said, it can be any of the options there, or it can be 3 boxes as Jessie Lee started with. What you should do is reach out to the person who's invited you on the call and basically work with them. Don't be afraid to tell them what your budget is and what you want to start with. It's not a thing of you have to buy any specific thing. I don't like people pushing people into things that they don't want to do. So start where you comfortable starting, and take things from there. And we'd love to welcome you to the team. So in closing tonight, I want you to reach out to the person who invited you onto the call, onto the presentation. Get your samples. Get yourself started in any way, shape, or form you want. If it's as a customer, if it's as a prover, and just start getting the benefits of these products. They're amazing products that are delivering fantastic results to everybody. So I would tell you guys to get hold of them as soon as you can and start sharing them. Start using them yourself, but start sharing them with your loved ones and letting them experience the benefits too, because they truly are amazing products. So that's the end of the presentation tonight, guys. Thank you for joining me, everybody on the call tonight. If you have any questions, then please feel free to reach out to myself or anybody who invited you on the call, and we will get your questions answered. So thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Take care and bye for now.